Yo, what's happening, everybody? Camo here, and I am bringing you part 2 of my Black Ops 2 information videos. First one I talked about a few topics, a few basic guns that you're gonna have in the video or in Black Ops 2. And I'm gonna also talked about game modes and some interesting ones. Today I'm gonna try and talk about more specific guns that are confirmed. I'm gonna give you some of the interesting achievements, some of the interesting equipment, and some of the new or changed perks in Black Ops 2 if my time can permit me. Anyway, so let's get right down into the topic. As for the guns, there are a few as I said in the last video, there are less guns in this one than there have been in, say, Modern Warfare 3 or in the regular Black Ops, and their reasoning behind this was to allow better balancing, and we're not sure how exactly that's going to work out until the game actually comes out. The guns that are to take note would be the M8A1, which is one of the burst weapons. But instead of doing your typical 3-round burst, this gun does a 4-round burst. Another gun to take note is the SMR, which is it's a single automatic, and they say it'll work just like the FNFAL from previous Call of Duty games. But you watch some of the multiplayer clips, and you notice that some of these guys took the selector switch and were making this into a fully automatic weapon. So I don't know if you can actually make it into a fully automatic. I don't know. It would be pretty interesting to see, because this thing has an insane close range damage per second. This thing is a 2-shot in close range, and it doesn't become a 3-shot until around 45 meters in range. It's a 2-shot close, 3 shots far away, so this thing can drop you fast. The SMGs, there's nothing really that's standing out. If you notice if you see any of the confirmed list, you notice there's no UMP45, but there is this Scorpion EVO 3, which from the looks of it and from some of the stats, I believe it's going to work and play just like the UMP45 did, because it has pretty much no change in its damage per bullet from close range to far range. It's 21 damage close and 20 far. It's 5 shots pretty much no matter where you're shooting. So, in the light machine guns, there's really nothing different. They did say that Treyarch did say they're gonna try and allow the light machine guns to play a more pivotal part in gameplay, because before no one really wanted to use them because they were slow. You often walked slower, and you just could not get very many kills with them because they had a low damage per second, and a lot of them had slow rates of fires. Anyway, in the sniper rifles, we have the Ballista, which is a bolt-action rifle, and the XPR-50, which is a bolt-action rifle. I think. Let me make sure on that. No, I'm wrong. The DSR-50 is a bolt-action rifle, and the XPR-50 and the SVU-AS are the semi-automatic rifles. Now, interesting to note in the shotgun category is the M1216, which is what you see in one of the multiplayer teaser trailers. This guy, he shoots, I think it's a semi-automatic, to be sure. Yeah, it's a semi-automatic. This guy fires off 4 shots, but instead of doing the typical single shell or a clip into the magazine, he just turns the barrel and he's completely reloaded. He has 4 new bullets in his gun, which adds a really interesting play. I don't know how they're going to balance this, because it seems incredibly overpowered to have a shotgun with, I think it's 16 bullets, I believe, and have it it's the fastest reload time of any gun in the game. It has a .66 reload time, but we'll have to see how that plays out whenever it comes out. You also have the KSGs coming back as a pump-action shotgun. The special weapons are the crossbow and the assault shield. Assault shield works similar to the riot shield. If you haven't seen my last video, I'll probably leave a link to get into it. The secondaries, nothing special. The SMAW, the AA, and the RPG. The handguns, you have the KAP-40, the TAC-45, the Raging Judge, which is like the Raging Bull, and the B-23R, which I assume to be similar to the M93 Rafika from Modern Warfare 2. You also have the 5.7, which is, basic semi-automatic. Now in the achievements section, there's not very many interesting achievements. There are a few, and a lot of them do with the Nazi zombies section of the game. For example, you have Dance on My Grave, which says, in transit, acquire your tombstone. So I don't know what that exactly means. There's also Green Run side quest for 75 gamer score, which is complete the Green Run side quest. Kind of obvious right there, but I assume that is the Easter egg in it, just like in Moon, you had to open up the pyramid and switch Sam and Richtofen to complete his grand scheme. But in the actual campaign, there is one, or I believe it's in the campaign, there's one achievement that is really kind of strange, and it's Back to the Future, which is use a future weapon in the past. So, from what I believe, this is my opinion, there's nothing to back this up, but I actually believe that in the campaign, you are going to be going back in time to be stopping something, and that you can bring a weapon from the future back with you. As for how, I don't know, but that's what I would say. Then you got a few like success in drone, success in carrier, and success in Afghanistan, which I think these are, I think they're either campaign or you complete if you win in these multiplayer matches, because there is one that's called drone, there is one that's called carrier. So I don't know. That's all on the achievement side. The equipment offers the same basic things that you get like normal. You have the grenade, the Semtex, the combat axe, the claymores, the C4, and the bouncing betties. You also have your flashbangs, concussions, and the EMP grenade is coming back, along with the smoke grenade. The ones that are really new, though, is the sensor grenade, which is a one-time use, unlike the motion sensor, which you would just kind of plant down. This one you have to throw, and it'll show who's ever in there within a set radius. This kind of allows it to be more for a rushing gameplay. Like if you were using it on Nuketown, if they were bringing Nuketown back to the multiplayer, and you didn't know who was in the house, you could kind of just chuck it in there, look at your mini-map, see if there's anybody in there, and know where they are. So you also got the shock charge, which is what you see in a lot of these multiplayer teaser trailers, which is pretty much, it's like this throwing knife, but you can throw it against a wall or I think the ground, and it lays a trap where if somebody comes close, it'll detonate and they'll be stunned and disabled for a short period of time. Anyway, I am out of time. Oh man, I have so much more to talk about. Anyway, guys, thank you all for watching. If you liked it, leave a like. Please subscribe, because I'm going to be doing a video Saturday to finish up everything that I'm talking about here. Anyway, thank you all for watching. That's it. Camo out.